This is Charles Kao with TravelMole TV with Robert Rechtermann, who's the general manager of the CONRAD New York. Good afternoon, Robert.
Good afternoon, Charles. Nice to have you here.
It's, as I was telling you, this is like a discovery for an old New Yorker, this part of Lower Manhattan.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how the CONRAD came about, the CONRAD New York.
Well, this area has been developing over the years for a long time, as you know, as we just discussed with New York. But the CONRAD, this was an Embassy Suites hotel before, which was sold and bought by our new owners, who really wanted to add a lot of a much better hotel to the community and to the travel industry down here. So that they repositioned it with CONRAD Hotels and Resorts to be a luxury property. So we closed for about a year and 3 months and completely renovated the building to introduce the CONRAD brand to New York. And such a great location. We've got such a combination of residential in this area, as well as the financial community, the business community. So it's a great mix of customers for us.
You're just a block from the river?
We're not even a block from the river. Just over there, we can see it from here. A wonderful ferry service that takes people back and forth to New Jersey, different locations. And there's a beautiful esplanade and walkways where people can walk up and down the west side and do everything from kayaking to miniature golf to a good jog or a bike ride. So it's and with great views of the hotel as well.
And a great view of the Statue of Liberty. Yes. from the front entrance.
We have a great view of the Statue of Liberty as well. It's like a different city. You know, it's like a city within a city here in Lower Manhattan. I think people, when they come to New York, they think of Times Square, Fifth Avenue. But this is such a nice place to be. You don't necessarily have all the hustle and bustle that you might have in Midtown. It gives you a little bit more space, a little bit more time, and really you get to see a different side of the city.
Well, and you have the, I guess you'd call it the food arcade, right on the rear
We have
side?
North End Way, which has several great restaurants and shops there, starting with Shake Shack on the corner, and Francois Payard has a beautiful little coffee pastry establishment there, and we have Way West, and around the corner you've got Blue Smoke, and then on the opposite corner we've got North End Grill. So just a great mix of shops, restaurants, for the community to enjoy.
And just around the corner, I mean literally, is yesterday, April 29th, it became the world's tallest, or America's tallest building, the One World Trade.
Building. Yeah, World Trade Center. We're very excited that as that building gets completed, it's going to offer not only a lot of new customers for us, but for the area, for the restaurants, for the shops. There'll be about 150 shops and restaurants that are going to open up as part of that complex. And of course, the memorial will be there with the museum opening, I think, early next year underground. To remember the events of September 11th, of course. So it's just such a changing area down here. And TriBeCa is just across the street as well. We were very fortunate to recently host the TriBeCa Film Festival Awards evening here at the hotel. So we've got very close ties to the neighborhood on both sides of the street here.
And moving inside a bit, it's well, many hotels. I mean, I shouldn't say many. A few hotels around the world have incorporated art into their interior motif, and you've done that at the CONRAD New York with multi-million-dollar collection.
We have. We're very fortunate. The Silhouette Loopy Doopy blue and purple is just behind me up on the wall, and that was actually part of the original hotel. It was something that he created specifically for this hotel. And that was here all along. And what we did when we repositioned the hotel was we wanted to really make art a focus and really build upon what we had already here. We also had wonderful pieces of art that were in the guest rooms and in some areas, but we supplemented that with a significant amount of new artwork. So there's artwork in corridors, guest rooms, public areas that really tell a great story about how committed the CONRAD brand is to wrapping all the different things into our hotel, from art and music and food and fashion. So our artwork program is quite vibrant, and again, it starts with the Loopy Doopy here in the lobby.
You have, this is all suite property.
Yes.
How many units?
We've got 463 suites. They all have a separate parlor, separate bathroom, majority have great big walk-in showers with rain showers, and then you have the bedroom, of course, and they can all be sort of divided into sections, if you will. We've got sliding glass panels on both sides of the bathroom, so that if you're traveling with a business associate and you want to have a business meeting, you can close off the bedroom bathroom portion and have a small parlor to yourself.
Here we go.
Or if you're traveling with a family, your wife, she can be sleeping while you're doing business, or vice versa. So they're little apartments here in Manhattan.
And you had this lovely bar restaurant.
We've got Atrio Restaurant and Bar, which we're very pleased with. It's a great concept featuring some wonderful sort of Mediterranean-inspired cuisine with a pizza oven and a great bar here. We do wonderful food at the bar, and it's quite a happening spot in the evening for the after-work cocktail, and it spills out into our lobby, of course, where you can have drinks underneath the loopy-doopy. So we're very, very pleased with our restaurant as well. And then,
Well, I found it fascinating, your meeting and conference facility, especially considering what does not exist in Lower Manhattan Financial District. Tell us a bit about that.
We're very fortunate. We have about 30,000 square feet of meeting space, including all of our pre-function space. We've got two ballrooms, the West Ballroom located on the second floor, and then the Gallery Ballroom on the fourth floor, which can seat up to 500 people with a tremendous amount of pre-function space, and as you'll see from the photos, overlooking the asphalt green, the park outside. So we're very fortunate also to be working with Danny Meyer's Union Square Events as our exclusive caterer here at the hotel. So his style of food and service is what we're selling in the banquet environment. So we're very fortunate to have him as a partner on that, and we have the most meeting space in Lower Manhattan, really. So that group business, the social business is a big part of what we do and who we are.
And of course, not to be forgotten, yesterday was the opening for the summer season of your rooftop
bar, Loopy Doopy, and named in honor, of course, of the Loopy Doopy. It was a new space that was created upstairs overlooking the river and the Statue of Liberty. Unfortunately, it rained a little bit last night, so tonight is officially the opening night now. Should be a beautiful evening, but it's a wonderful spot to really sit and enjoy a great cocktail overlooking the Hudson River and Lower Manhattan. So it was very, very successful for us last year, and will be again very successful this year. Some of the finest views in all of Manhattan, we think.
On Sunday, when I arrived, it was nice to see so many families with the children that were guests here, and I guess you were full Saturday night with that kind of leisure clientele. During the week, is it predominantly business or also a fair amount of leisure?
It depends on the time of year, of course, but every week is a little bit different. But yes, during the week is probably a little bit more business than leisure, clearly. But there's still quite a few families that stay in the hotel during the week because of different vacation periods and different countries that have breaks for children to travel. But the weekend's really where you see the families that come in. Again, with the size of the rooms that we have, and the fact that the majority of our rooms have either pull-out couches or quite a few have double-bedded accommodations as well. It's a perfect hotel for a family. You don't find a room that big in New York where you can take a family of four and stay comfortably without sleeping on floors and cots and things like that. So it's really a great advantage that we have, and we very much want to cater to the family market. There's so many things to do in this area here. I mentioned kayaking and miniature golf, but there are bike tours, there's boat tours, all kinds of things that you can do. And again, you see a different side of Manhattan.
Well, for those who are not familiar with how easy it is to get around walking in New York, you're just minutes from TriBeCa, SoHo, Little Italy, Chinatown, etc., etc.
We're very close to everything. It's amazing sometimes. You can jump in a cab and be in Midtown Manhattan in 10 or 12 minutes. But you walk to TriBeCa, you can walk to SoHo. The subways are a few blocks away. So you really, we've had so many wonderful comments from people that have stayed here and said, I wanted to come to New York. I wanted to see Times Square, but I love the fact that I could get away from that craziness and come to the Conrad and just have a very relaxing
absolutely
stay. So
you're like you say, 3 blocks from Subway. It's under 10 minutes to get to Times Square.
Yeah, very much so. So the location, I think being in this environment again, I think your luxury is all about having time and space sometimes, and I think we were able to really offer that to families and individual travelers as well.
As a closing note, you came from the Peninsula as general manager, Peninsula New York,
yes,
which is very interesting, and obviously for the Conrad to for their
Yeah.
New York property to bring somebody of your quality and level. What kind of plans do you have now that you've been here for a year, moving forward? What ideas are bouncing around?
We very much want to continue to increase the awareness of the Conrad brand. It's a 25-year-old brand that Hilton established overseas, and we've introduced it into the United States in the last few years. So we're very much about promoting the Conrad brand of smart luxury. Here at the hotel, we're very much focused about continuing to create a great environment for our guests and for our employees. We want to really fine-tune all that we do and make ourselves better each and every day and learn a lot more about our customers. We've recently introduced as a company an app. Everyone has to have an app called the Conrad Concierge, which we're very pleased with. I actually stayed here in the hotel last night, then from my office, went to my iPhone, ordered my dinner to come at 7:30, ordered my shaving kit and my wake-up call. It's a really cool application that we're promoting now, so people can do things remotely. So we're very excited about that. So we continue to talk about that and introduce our customers. And we're also a very technology-driven company, so we're always looking for ways to increase that experience from a technology perspective and give people access to things that they might not have access to normally. So we've been open for a year now, and we're just so excited about where we've gotten to and where we're going to be going in the future to really make this hotel the very best that we can.
Robert Rechtermann, General Manager, Conrad New York. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.